Hey everybody. Okay, this light is too crazy. It's my red light. I think I need to move it. It's too red. I think I'll just turn it off. Anyway, red light therapy. I'm very into it. It's the greatest healing modality. I wish I knew about it when I had MCS, but I didn't. Okay. So this is E from Detox, theabodymcs.com, and this is my book, Detox with Ease. I wrote it in 2011 after I recovered from multiple chemical sensitivity, which means I was every single toxin would make me sick. Well, not every single one, but a lot of them, and it was a very nightmarish illness. So I wrote this amazing book. It's only 90 pages. I really didn't write it specifically for people with chemical sensitivity at all. I even more bought it for the general public and also like the families of people who have this. Because for one thing, if you're talking about toxins, this and that, nobody knows what you're talking about. So I broke it down into very simple categories so that everyone can understand, an overview of how toxins get into our body, the different kinds of toxins there are, why we don't want them, etc. So I was reading and actually doing a little editing to my book. I'm going to do even new copy soon. So, which I was talking about my chemical sensitivity, and I'm doing a lot of comments in between. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, the bell button, and all, and don't forget to smash the likes. Let's see. I was determined to get well. So this illness is incurable because supposedly it's permanent organ damage to your liver and your kidneys and whatever other organs, your brain, from these toxins. But I did not really want to accept that answer. I'm glad it didn't, because it turns out, it was not permanent damage. Okay, so I was determined to get well. When my body was finally functioning much better, after detoxing for so long, I had to retrain my brain not to go into the anxiety, fight, or flight response at every little synthetic smell. I was so afraid of chemicals that it took a while to be able to not sweat and panic at every smell. After I learned everything about toxins, I needed to make peace with them and not dwell on the injustice and insanity of this state of affairs, even though I'm still aware of the toxic chemicals in everything. I'm not alarmed or upset by it anymore, because being upset is very toxic to the body, and one of the things that I really had to eliminate, which is why all this brain retraining and a lot of the things we do, is to calm down the nervous system. Being upset irritates the nervous system and the whole body. So it's good to be upset, in the moment, but to have these ongoing upset situations, like I have friends, they look at the sky every time they see a plane trail, they're like, oh, that's a chemtrail, a contrail. And, maybe or maybe not, they do not exist. However, for me, I just can't get upset by that, because there's nothing I can do about it if it was. So I just like, oh, maybe that's condensation, people. Maybe it is. It's not really helpful to go down those rabbit holes. It's helpful to know the toxins, be aware of them, and avoid them where you can. But stay calm and realize that the body is always willing to heal and always regenerating, and there's always some way to feel good. I mean, that's really the basic thing that we're all looking for. Okay. I believe once humanity is informed, we will not use these toxic chemicals anymore in such large numbers. Because as you know, I mean, just spraying your clothes with toxic chemicals it's insane. It doesn't make any sense. There's no upside to the chemicals. It's just that those products are making a lot of money. That's it. So once people wake up to the fact that, oh, we can have something that smells nice, but it can be good for us, then people will change. Even though it will hurt at first, maybe they pay extra $1, but in the long run, the price always adjusts to what people are able to pay. Okay. There is no need for toxins. I'm just going to say most toxins, because I think some of them are kind of helpful. We can keep some toxic chemicals to make life easier and better and get rid of the majority, which aren't helping us at all. Now I avoid toxic chemicals when possible and keep my body as pure as is comfortable for me. Everyone's going to have a different level of comfortability with toxins. I am a sensitive kind of person, so I really try to stay low on the toxins. There's people that can just, work in, asphalt for years and be fine, but I mean, I wouldn't last about a week of that. This chemical sensitivity gave me, and all others with multiple chemical sensitivity, a superhuman ability to detect toxins. I could smell toxins in someone's deodorant from 5 feet away. It was very unpleasant, but useful information in the long run. This hypersensitivity empowers us to know what is toxic. They call those with MCS canaries in a coal mine. I never call anyone that, but it is a good metaphor. I don't believe in the canaries metaphor because it means you're the first one to die. And, our words are powerful. And I never call myself a canary because I realized right off the bat, I'm like, that's not a good thing to call myself. Although it is true, like the metaphor is very good. The canary in the old days in the coal mines, they'd have a canary there. And if the canary died, that means there was no oxygen and everybody would get out. So it was the first, most vulnerable creature to die. So I don't think we're vulnerable creatures. I think maybe we're the opposite. I'm a pretty tough person. And I feel like we are forewarned knowing about these chemicals. So I don't know what, the outcome will be, but maybe, because of this chemical sensitivity now I'll end up getting all kinds of cancers and stuff because I'm, eliminating toxins from my body, which are all carcinogenic. So that's my take on that metaphor. If you have it, that's fine. I love you. I'm not going to fight you, but I do feel like especially once I started to get well, I realized, how we're seeing ourselves, what we're saying to ourselves is really important for our healing because our brain is listening. And when our brain is thinking, oh, I'm vulnerable, I'm going to die, it gets stressed out and that kind of, influences the body in a bad way. And then if I think, hey, I'm going to get well, this is fine, I got this, then it's going to help all of the chemistry in my body. I'm going to breathe deeper. All of that stuff, better for the nervous system. And, all the religions of the world talk about that because I think they were onto something, as does the quantum mechanics. Okay. Pretty much everything manufactured or grown in conventional ways is toxic. I mean, that's pretty much everything. The good news is that the human body is equipped to neutralize and excrete toxins. If you are well, you have the leisure of picking and choosing what toxins are easy for you to give up. When your metabolism and organs are functioning well, cutting back on toxins will greatly increase your health and vitality. If you are ill, detoxing is a full-time job. It was mine anyway for at least a year or 2 or maybe 3. The goal in detoxing. The goal of detoxing is to lighten the toxic load of the body. The toxic load is the total accumulated toxins in your body. If your body is clogged with toxins, your liver and other detox organs will not be able to process new toxins that you're exposed to. The lighter your toxic load, the better all the organs will function and the easier it will be to feel good, strong, beautiful, and healthy. It's just like a clogged sink. If your sink is perfectly clean and good, you put your stuff down the drain, it goes right out. But if your sink starts getting full of, coffee grounds, this, that, and the other, it starts to clog up so that any new thing going into the sink is going to have a hard time getting through. The toxins are very much like that. Let's see. The lighter your toxic load, the better for all the organs to function and the easier it will be to feel good, strong, beautiful, and healthy. Because as you know, beauty, your hair, your skin, everything is related to your health. Sometimes I really use like the beauty and the weight loss to get people to detox. Because a lot of times that's how we're programmed to be motivated, not just by our own well-being and health. Okay. In the process of detoxing and healing, you will learn how to better listen to what your body wants. Listen to it. If there's any food, herb, or supplement which you have doubts about using, it is best to leave that out until you have investigated it further. Everybody is different, and some people are more sensitive than others. So that's a tiny little 2 sentences, but you could talk about that for hours. Listen to your body. Like, in my healing, I always was craving something, like for when I was real toxic, I was always wanted rosemary. I always was eating a lot of fats and stuff like that. Or say, you'll have like green tea, you'll be like craving it for a whole year, and then you'll not be craving that, but you'll really want something else. And, unless it's just straight up sugar, which is an addictive craving, a lot of the other cravings, they're a little more pleasant, and they're actually your body is telling you things that you need. And some things maybe, your friend tells you, oh, use this amazing herb or this product, it's going to detox you. I got it from a naturopath, whatever. But inside you feel like, I don't know, I don't really feel okay about that. Don't force yourself to do it. In my personal case, I found that I was usually right. The detox process is threefold. 1, take in as few toxins as possible on a permanent basis. 2, eliminate the toxins that are already in the body. 3, enhance the health of all of your systems so that your body is functioning at an optimal level and can easily process toxins. That was amazing. That was just 3 lines to tell you how you can really detox your body. Number 1, don't take in new toxins. That's the issue I have with people that are doing cleanses. They're not addressing the issue, and the issue is that you're putting toxins in your body. You can't just it's like if you're an alcoholic and you go to detox once a week and get dried out. It's not optimal. The optimal is just not to be drinking that alcohol that's hurting your body. I'm not making a statement about alcohol. I'm just saying for alcoholics. It is toxic though, and it's pretty toxic stuff. Okay. 2, eliminate the toxins that are already in your body. So that's how we get our body to our metabolism optimized so that we can lose the toxins, or maybe we do some cleanse, add some lemon juice, alkalize our system. So many different ways we're going to eliminate toxins. Breathing, just doing that Wim Hof breathing that we do every day at noon is amazing. 3, enhance the health of all of your systems so that your body is functioning at an optimal level. So everything you do for your health, you're doing for your detox. I think I'm going to stop here. I'm right at the disclaimer that says I'm not a medical doctor. And I'm going to go. Don't forget to smash the like, share it with your friends. Also, if you have MCS, maybe give them some of these videos or my book, because what happens if you're trying to explain to your family and friends, a lot of times they're not really understanding or listening, or sometimes, you have to hear it from different sources and be like, because they're like, oh, I thought you were just making that up, So have a great day. Take care. Ciao.